Hello, welcome to my channel and my love to all of you. This is Anshu Sharma here. Interrelationship between human soul and human genome part 2. Soul is unlimited, ever existing, continuously mutating, taking feedback from source, from other souls, and also from its own human genome. Soul is energy taking a physical form as human genome. Though structure of human genome is the same in all, but information or experiences recorded differ from others. It is due to the identity and ego which differs for each one of us. So this is our topic today, the relationship between human soul and human genome. We are going to condense this as 4 major concepts. Please watch video 1 for the detailed understanding where we learned the relationship between soul, human genome and the environment, and how this process takes place in reverse from soul to human genome to environment to our actions, and we also take our actions according to the situations, and that changes our genome and then does soul imprinting. So what is genome? Your genome is the instructions for making and maintaining you. It is written as a chemical code, and this chemical code is called DNA. All living beings have a genome, including plants, bacteria, viruses and animals. Your genome is all 3.2 billion letters of your DNA. It contains about 20,000 genes. Genes are the instructions of making the proteins our bodies are built of. From the keratin in hair and fingernails to the antibodies, proteins that fight the infection. Genes make up about 1 to 5% of your genome. The rest of the DNA between the genes used to be called junk DNA. It wasn't thought to be important. But as we know now, that DNA between the genes is important for regulating the genes and the genome. And it is certainly not junk. It can be activated. For example, it can switch genes on and off at the right time. There is still much work to be done and much more to be learned in what our DNA does. So let's see the first concept. Concept 1 is the soul essence manifests as memory holographic fractals. The information is already contained in soul essence. But depending upon the environment, situations, elements, and the various all other factors, it releases the memory holographic fractals. Concept 2, memory fractals trigger genome and cause DNA activation. Depending upon the environment and our unique situation, and due to many other factors, memory holographic fractals trigger our genome. Memory is information in an energetic form, in and around our mental field. Memory holographic fractals stimulate and activate the material DNA. We call it material because DNA is a chemical code involving combination of various elements. We can say DNA is material manifestation of memory. It is now our brain becomes aware and it is ready to command the senses to either ignore, resist, react, or take an action. Coming to concept 3. Action-reaction causes DNA mutation, genome imprinting. Our reaction, resistance, ignorance, compliance, non-compliance, response, confusion, and doubts, all these are recorded, causing DNA mutation. This process either reinforces our previous action or records new information. Mutation in DNA and genes, which are specific instructions, cause genome imprinting. Different changes in DNA and genes are recorded as one whole set of information, as one whole set of instructions, imprinting genome as one. Genomic imprinting does not affect the DNA sequences as such, but genomic imprinting affects gene expression by chemically modifying DNA. It impacts the expression of genes. For instance, we all have same identical DNA sequencing, but the same genes we contain express differently in each one of us. Coming to concept 4. Genome leads to changes in memory holographic fractals. Memory holographic fractal is an energetic equivalent to genome, which is in turn is the combination of material DNA along with its instructions or expressions format. So whatever information is being contained in the material DNA, it becomes a memory, which is the holographic fractal in an energy equivalent to genome. Memory holographic fractal is an energetic equivalent of individual genome. This process is happening moment to moment without our conscious understanding. Our DNA is changing and communicating with its memory equivalent all the time, an energetic equivalent form in the astral field, because everything is connected as scalar energy in various densities. Coming to the last concept, memory holographic fractals lead to soul imprinting. Each memory fractal, which is an energetic equivalent to material DNA, causes soul imprinting. Soul carries the essence of our physical, emotional, mental and spiritual experiences. Everything goes into soul imprinting. Each soul is immortal and forever on its journey of quest, carrying information from one incarnation to another. On each physical, environmental, emotional, mental, and other stimulus, it activates its fractal, combining elements to form a physical environment for physical experience, which leads to further emotional, mental, and spiritual evolution. So the whole process goes into loop. Nothing is separate from each other. Everything works in combination. So this is how it goes. Please watch my other video on DNA and sensory relationship, which is part 1, for detailed understanding of this process, which is undergoing within us all the time. So we have a conscious understanding that how our information recorded in our DNA is affecting us in our present life, and how our present outside information is affecting our DNA, going back to in our memory and then into our subconscious mind, and then gets recorded as soul imprinting, and soul goes from one incarnation to another. So if you like this video, please share and subscribe. Conscious understanding of this process makes us aware of how soul imprinting affects our current and future incarnations, and what we need to consciously carry from one incarnation or from one generation to another. It is done through repeated actions taken in the now, and actions are within our conscious control. So we learn from our past, from the memory we carry of the past, and we activate our analytical consciousness from what is happening today in our surrounding or in our situations, along with the lessons learned from the past, and then we can consciously create our future. Because as we see, this whole process gets recorded as soul imprinting, which goes and manifests again and again, and in our making our present situations. So our actions and reactions become important in with what awareness we are doing this. We understand this process and what actions and reactions we are taking currently, learning from our past and making our future based on our past and also our current situations. So this is the time of great awakening. The great collapse of the old earth is happening. The old systems are being deleted or they are collapsing along with old ways, and moment to moment we are getting challenged. It is time to move forward, one single step at a time, with faith and trust, and above all with conscious courage to do what is right for us and for our generations to come. What we do today will be registered in our DNA, and it will be a part of our soul imprinting, which goes from one generation to next. So please feel free to watch any other playlist of your choice in my YouTube channel Anshu Sharma 90. Please leave your valuable comments, and lots of love and light. Till we meet again, take care. Bye.